with my good friend Marcus Webb.
Don't know why it is that I find myself here on the shores of Jervis Bay. I watch the seagulls play. If there's something on my mind, know you've got the time, and I can sit for a while when you calm me down. Some people have music, and others drink wine. Maybe lean on a friend or just need your own time. But it's the sound of the sea from the cliffs of Murray's Beach. I can sit for a while and I feel travel different places if life takes you that way. When I close my eyes, I'll drift back to the shores on Jervis Bay. No matter where I go, I still call this my home. It's such a precious place I'll keep forever. Some people have music, others drink wine. Maybe lean on a friend, I just need your own time. But it's the sound of the sea from the cliffs at Murray's Beach, where I can sit for a while till I feel till I feel better. No, it's okay, I was kidding. Hey,
Yep, all good. It's one of them. Just pick one.
This is a really different experience. So I put out my first record, actually recorded it in 1999, last century. Came out in 2001, and then I've been making albums ever since. But all through that time, I've had these really key people that have been an incredible support, as well as like instrumentalists, as well as great musicians, but people that have been along there for the ride. And they're kind of, most of them are here tonight. Marcus, I already introduced you to, but please welcome to the stage Neil Beaver on bass guitar. And a newer friend I only met a couple of years ago, just before just before we all got shut down by the spicy lung. But Adrian Red Herbert on the percussion. I wrote this song, it was on my second album. And the premise behind the song was, when you're in a place you know really well, you identify yourself by the things that you do, like your local cafe and the friends you hang out with, and you become this kind of person in a society, in a community, and you have you play a role, or you do your thing, whatever it is. But when you're traveling, you don't have any of that to back you up, and you're just on your own, and you kind of have to kind of figure out what it is you do, who it is you are. You meet people, and you kind of, when you travel, you rely on making kind of these connections with people really quickly, spontaneously, on a train or in a hostel, or at a sightseeing spot. And I kind of fell in love with that feeling of not having any reflection. But now I live here. I think I wrote that song all the way back then about this moment. Finally, I get a place to subside, where the company of strangers gets me by. So to be exhilarated on just hide in a place where time will always be on my side. When the smell of institution fills the air, and it makes me wanna drink until I just don't care. But no comfort or solace there's ever gonna be to find. So open, I'd like to ask the newest, almost newest band member to the stage. Please welcome my daughter Lily Green on drums. Yeah, come on, Matt. Matt Costello on sax. Magically appeared. Where did you guys come from? Wow, I didn't even realise I organised that. I didn't organise change. Anyway. Sorry, this is a moment. Excuse me. You've been there for me, I'll be there for you. Wouldn't have it any other way. And I know that it could be a long, long road before we're back again. Though now through the window I see the sky, I feel the sun pour my skin. I've been leaving all my worries behind me. No, I won't be needing them again. 'Cause everybody got a little love that they can give. And all you need is someone to share it with. Oh, yeah. 'Cause it's taken me a box of goon most of last night to forget about yesterday. And I've been trying to forget about last night for most of the day. Hey, but I still got some love in my heart. And I made some good friends all the way. So I can finally forget about where I'm going and just enjoy the ride. Happen to be here. 'Cause everybody got a little love that they can give. And all you need is someone to share it with. And everybody got a little love they can give. And all you need is someone to share it with. And you I'll be right here in this little old song, so you can put it on, my friend, and you can turn it up. 'Cause everybody got a little love. Little love. cranky ones got a little bit of Carl Borsitano and Annalise Zota on backing vocals. We've all got kids. Archer and Quincy are here tonight, my youngest daughter, and Carla's youngest son, and also Kestar. We've had many beach parties, and in fact, beach play dates, and this has actually kind of become of that.
This is what we do on our beach play dates.
And this is we kind of talked about this. I was like, actually, yeah, let's do that. And I've just finished recording an EP for Annalise, which is going to be coming out next month. What's the date?
30th of April.
30th of April. It's got an incredible... Annalise has an amazing combination of songwriting, but she has a background in theatre, and she has this amazing imagery in her music as well. It's like it feels like you're watching a video, even though there's no video there. It's incredibly visceral. So I'd very much check it out when you get a chance. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you write your email down for Annalise on Annalise's email list after the show, as well as mine, if that's okay, as well as Ben's. And the plot behind that is like, social media sucks. And I'd much rather just stay in direct contact with you. If you're interested in what we're doing, or what any artist is doing, sign up to their mailing list so they can let you know what they're up to. But anyway, I'm kind of having a bit of a retrospective. There's new songs coming up, but I just wanted to play this one for you. This one goes on the friend of mine, was inspired by a friend of mine, said, people get the governments they deserve. This is about as political as I'm ever going to get. But I kind of thought about that, and I thought, yeah, if people, depending on what people want and what's important to people, is the kind of people that end up in power do that. And so my thing is, like, I'm good mates with Rob Hurst from Midnight Oil, and they write the most powerful anthems and very clearly state what's wrong with the world and what we need to change, and that there are issues right now that are almost too horrific to think about. There's the stuff that's going on in Afghanistan, there's the stuff that's going on in Yemen, there's stuff that's going on with the Sioux Indians in the States. There's all this horrible things happening in the world, but if people had just a bit more love and a bit more empathy, then I know it sounds like hippie bullshit, but I really believe that love is actually the most powerful thing there is. It's a force of nature. I think if they could measure it, you can't measure love, yet it's the one thing that kind of like dictates our entire being. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of my political rant. I'm going to play a song now. It's called Stop Blaming Someone Else. Cause I used to ask myself how far I could go. Now I just know I could go yeah. And I don't care whether or not you decide to believe it. We all hear about a million versions of the truth. And I have trouble thinking, but I can speak out loud anytime. But no matter what you think, you know it's easier to forget yourself. Singing what it up to you and stop blaming someone else. Yeah, because everybody knows the end of the road is always going to be looming up ahead. But you're a fool if you sit around spending your whole damn life just waiting for it. I know you try giving just a little bit of love and watch everything in your way start to disappear. And I don't care whether or not you decide to believe it. We all hear about a million versions of the truth. And I have trouble thinking, but I can speak out loud every time. And no matter what you think, you know it's so easier to forget yourself. Singing what it up to you, but stop blaming someone else. And if you don't pull that string, once you find out you're falling, but the ground's gonna come to you soon enough. So, Matt Mazzello on the impromptu sax solo. I get shit from these guys because sometimes I just like do stuff and throw it at them and they don't know it's coming. And I know that it kind of makes them go, I don't know, but it's like they're the most exciting bits for me when we're playing music and we're in the moment and just going, we're making something new. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to play some songs from the new record. So, in a way, this what you're seeing here, which I've never done before, I don't think so. There was conjecture about whether I'd played here before. I'd never actually done my own show here. I'd done a Hurston Green gig here, like about probably
15 years ago or something. And I was probably like in a fashion parade or something back in the late 80s. Was that Bombardary RSL? I can't remember. So this is actually where the new album started. We just went into our second lockdown, and I had a bunch of projects going on and a bunch of gigs, and they all just went. And so I had time in the studio, and I was like listening to old Bill Withers records and listening to lots of vinyl, just listening to heaps of albums, my old albums that I bought with every cent of the pay that I made when I worked at the Fireball record bar in the main street, Junction Street, just down there. I worked every Saturday and I worked every Thursday, and I was in there every other day on my way up to training at the showground. And I've still got them all, apart from a few that my brothers have nicked, or the ones I've lent to various people. But I've also been investing and I've been buying new stuff. And so that's why this album, for the first time, I'm pressing vinyl, and I'm only doing a really small number. I'm doing 500 only. And I'm going to have my own record or something I've always wanted to do. But it started with this song. So in buying records, I'm obsessed with J.J. Cale. My brother actually gave me a whole bunch of albums he was throwing out, and in that pile, this is Tom, my brother Tom Green, who a lot of you probably know because he's a local teacher. They've never seen me rabbit on like this before.
That's a good bar. It's good.
You got bug issues?
As you were.
Has everyone got some Airguard? Please pass the Airguard to the man in the fourth row. So I was listening to J.J. Cale, and there was this song called, on the album Grasshopper, there's a song called One Step Ahead of the Blues, and it's the only song not written by J.J. Cale. It was written by a guy called Roger Tillotson, because I was reading the sleeve, and I was like, Roger Tillotson, who's that guy? So I listened to his album, and there's one album on iTunes, and I listened to it a few times. I had it going, taking the kids to school in the morning, and off to do whatever I was doing, and there was this one song at the end, and I heard it. I was like, hey, and basically everything in this album, I thought, if I could try and make that like a Bill Withers song, that would be cool. So that's what I try to do with this one. But I also love the sentiment of it, that it's just, it's so happy and light and non-cynical, and it's a love song, and it's anyway. I think we all need a little bit of that in our lives at the moment. So this one's called Loving You Sweeter Than Ever.
I remember just before we met that every night and day you had to live a life of a lonely one. I remember meeting you and finding that love could be true, and shared my life with another one. Then you said you loved me. We could not be parted. I built my world around you. I'm so grateful that I found you, because loving you has made my life sweeter than ever. Said loving you has made my life sweeter than ever. Oh. Each night I pray we'll never part. Still the love within my heart grows stronger from day to day. Each day I cannot realize to reassure and satisfied. I've been lost if you went away. Then you said you loved me. And loving you has made my life sweeter than ever. And loving you has made my life sweeter than ever. Girl, I really need you, and I know you need me too. Build my world around you.
There's another new song. This is
Well, my love is unrequited. There's no way to deny it. But that's the way I like it, 'cause my heart's a little shy. I know it's all one-sided, but it feels alright to me. I wrote a right letter, I never meant to send it. I leave it disassembled, so there's no way I can wreck it. My love is unrequited, but it feels alright to me. And in the morning when I wake up, she's on my mind. I've been dreaming about her all the time. Almost every night I had myself a lover, but I had to blow the cover. There ain't no way you're hiding from the spell that I am under. I only want to love her, and it feels alright to me. My love is unrequited, but it feels alright to me. And in the morning when I wake up, she's on my mind. And I've been dreaming about her all the time. Almost every night, our love is unrequited. There's no way to deny it, but that's the way I like it, 'cause my heart's a little shy. I know it's on one-sided, but it feels alright to me. Yeah. Alright to me. Yeah. Alright to me. Alright to me.
I'm just going to give a little bit of appreciation to Carla and Annalise. Sounding amazing. Now, on to onto my earlier. What's going on here? It's not meant to do that. Onto my earlier obsession with vinyl, with records. This song was one of my favourite. Has been one of my favourite Randy Newman songs for a really long time. There's an album that my mum and dad used to play when we were having dinner. Every night with mum and dad's, we'd have dinner as a family, and it's a tradition I continue with my family. We all sit together and have dinner and listen to records, and it's my favourite time of the day. It's my favourite time of the week, especially when all the family's there. It's a very special thing, and it's very sacred. But this song was one that stood out. But I wish there was a slightly funky version of it, so I put it on my new record. This song's called "I'll Be Home," and I'll just get my guitar working. It was turned off and turned down, so it might take a second to get going. So I wrote this one in lockdown as well, because all of us were at home. We're all at home, but we couldn't see each other, and we couldn't get to each other. And particularly my daughter Quincy and I had a fair bit of time apart, and and I missed it terribly, and this was kind of a way of me dealing with it. But it also kind of felt like a bit of a I wanted this to be like a message to all my daughters, because Lily's just got appeased, and she's out. she's on her adventure, and I just wanted them all to know that I'll be home whenever they need me. Feeling down and you need some sympathy. There's no one else around and you need some company. Remember, baby, you can always count on me. I'll be home, I'll be home, I'll be home. I'll be home, I'll be home. Wherever you may wander, wherever you may roam, you come back, I've been waiting right here for you. No one will ever love you the way I do. And I'll be there
one else around, and you need some sympathy. Remember, baby, you can always count on me. I'll be home. 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 Thank you. Lily Green on the drums. I've had this thing with drummers, like,
Me too.
yeah. No, but so where people perceive the beat, where the beat lands is different for everybody. And it's kind of like, I've always had this kind of fight with drummers that are always like, really, the only way to describe it is being really up on the beat and being right on, and being accurate means being right in the middle. It's like, no. But I don't know if it's DNA or if it's the fact that I dragged her to thousands of gigs and festivals when she was growing up. But Lily Green's groove is non-negotiable, and I absolutely love it. Thanks, Lily. She's doing her HSC this year. This is a little funky little one that I hope that if you get this, you can dance around your lounge room to it. Maybe. It's called Nobody Better. Someone better
Carla just said for me to tell them to fucking dance. You're allowed. I know when I wrote an email to you. I know when I wrote in the email and I said, like, you know, please, out of respect to the artists, please be quiet. But I also want you to have a fucking great time. So if you do feel like dancing, you can dance in the spot, in the aisle, down the back. I don't mind where it is. But if you don't, you're not going to be in trouble by the Sounds Delicious police if you're having a good time. I just put that in there for that odd random, like, that comes from Huskisson and gets really smashed at the gig, and I have to ask to shut up.
And from Huskisson
There's none here tonight because there's an hour, and this is obviously a much classier part of town, so I won't bother putting that in now that I'm doing gigs here rather than in Huskisson. Sorry, Huskisson. I want to make a t-shirt that says the best thing about Huskisson's the view of Kalala.
Oh, stop it. Well, I'm from Kalala,
yeah, I know.
So I'm for that. But this song, if you're going to dance to anything, this now would be the time. So if you've been secretly sitting there tapping your toe going, oh, I really want to get out of my seat, now's the time to do it.
Okay, this is there's a video clip for this. It's on YouTube. If you just search Paul Green, Bring You My Love, it's on there. I just released it as a single on iTunes and Spotify, and even the free sites. There's even ones I don't know the names of, but apparently you can go and you can, if you want to, like, you can pay for it if you want, or you can be sneaky, you can, get it for free, and yeah, whatever. I got some free music from some artist, and you can feel that's like good on you. But this is the only thing that that's gonna be available for streaming, because streaming sucks, and if you're a small independent artist, you make fuck all money out of it. So I can't afford to all my other albums up there, and Monday maybe I'll put it up. So this is the only track that's going to be released digitally, other than if you buy a CD quality digital download from my webpage. Also from the webpage you can pre-order the vinyl, and you can pre-order a vinyl and a t-shirt package, and yeah, that's all. That's all at the moment. So anyway, there's my little bit of sales pitch. Smooth, huh? I'm gonna work on that. So there's lots of songs, sex is everywhere, it's sex sells, sex. It's like, I've got 3 daughters, man. Everything is totally over-sexualized, and I've been a sucker for it as well. But again, with this song, I wanted to change the paradigm a little, and put out there that being attracted to someone's easy, but actually really fearlessly loving someone with every bit of your body actually takes a lot of courage and a little bit more understanding than just I'm feeling horny. So I tried to put this in a song. It's called Bring You My Love. To say, and I can tell you one thing for sure. He said, I got more than you can take. You got a real disposition. Did you let someone take your heart away? Making love to you, darling, don't make my day. What we need is a little connection. So let me bring you my love. Let me bring you my love. Let me bring you my love. Let me bring you my love.
take your heart away. Making love to you, darling, that will make my day. What we need is a little connection. Let me bring you my love. 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 Bring you my love. I 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 bring you my love. Let me 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 bring you my love. Yeah. Let me bring you my love. Let me bring you my love.
Okay, we're having a dilemma, and I'll explain to you the dilemma. We're going to have a vote. So I had this song called Work, Love, Dance, Trust, and I used to play it every night. It was like, of my songs, it was like the one song that everybody always asked me to play. And I kind of, part of me always really hated it, the song. Because I kind of wrote it as a joke. I stole half of it from a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and it never made me feel good inside when I played it. I don't know, maybe it's because I plagiarized it from a Tibetan Buddhist monk, but that would probably do it, wouldn't it? So I know if you know the song, won't you? That one? Anyway, I dream music a lot. I heard on the radio yesterday that Paul McCartney dreamed yesterday, like he had a dream about the song, and that's where the song came from. Anyway, on this particular dream, I dreamt someone else was playing my song, but they were playing it completely differently. And the artist's name was Fink. I know exactly who it was. And I was at a gig of Fink in my dream, and he was playing my song, but he was playing it totally differently. So what I would like to ask you is, do you want to hear the original version, or do you want to hear the new version? Okay. What is it? Old version? New version? Slightly more for new version. Which we haven't really practiced.
But it's so good. It's so good.
Just do what we usually do. Just come in on the second verse.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm getting sweaty. I'm gonna take my jacket off. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with a guitar on though.
Do you need help? You okay?
Just need to do a guitar. Yeah, it's pretty much. Trying to do the right thing, like I never get it wrong. Looking for the questions, like I knew the answers all along. I'm feeling down, I'm feeling down. Sometimes it's just the way that it goes. You gotta remember, it isn't who, what you know. Yeah, you gotta work like you don't need the money, love like you
another superpower with the I ain't got it blues. I'm feeling down, I'm feeling now. And that's just the way that it goes. And you gotta remember, it isn't who or what you know. And you gotta work like you don't need the money. Love like you've never been hurt. It's like nobody's watching. You only get by you deserve. Trust like you never been lied to. Change the arrangement.
Wasn't that pretty though? Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Green. Please.
Thanks, Carl.
He's not going to say give it up for me, so I'm going to say give it up for Paul Green.
We've got a couple of songs left for you. Thank you so much for listening. Ben Fowler, what a great set, and thank you so much for being here tonight, Ben. Can everyone please give Ben a huge round of applause? And also, a very special mention needs to go to Nathan Johnson, who, he's the reason I made an album in the first place. Way back in 1999, I was playing in the Bat and Ball Hotel and he was doing sound. And he came up to me after the gig and he said, "Hey, I work in the studio and I like your songs, you should come and do some recording with me." And I went, "All right, do that." And it was because of that that I actually started making records and doing it independently as well. And he did an amazing job on that album. And he also mixed the new album, Sounds Delicious. And if it wasn't for him, it probably would just be sitting on my hard drive and there'd be songs that I record and every now and then I put them on and go, "Oh, that was a cool song," when I'm on a long drive to Sydney or something. But because of Nathan, this album actually happened. So I just want to please give a huge round of applause. Nathan Johnson on sound tonight. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the getting me started and thanks for keeping me going. That's two I owe you. Right, we're going to rehash an old song. So this is a really old one. I don't know if you know, mate. If you've never been to a gig before, they're all new to you, so apologies. Are you having a good night? Hey, just also while I'm thanking people, all the team that are helping tonight, Bill, who's been chefing tonight. Please, a huge round of applause to Bill for the amazing food. We've got And he's been at my place for the last couple of days. So Bill's been coming to me. We've been doing some work in the studio, working on some of his songs. He's an amazing guitar player and has this great blues groove. And we're sort of developing some songs for him. And he made the mistake of mentioning that he used to be a chef. And so I was like, hey, I need some help. Can you come and help me? Because I can't chef and play my own gig. So thank you very much, Bill. He had a stack yesterday, nearly lost a finger, but he made it all happen tonight. So thank you very much, Bill. I really appreciate it. You're a legend. Lovely to have you on the team. And then to everyone working on the floor, especially Serena and to Hannah, thank you so much for all your hard work. I really appreciate everything that you've done. And then there's everyone else. There's so many people. I'm gonna muck it up. But there's Matilda, my other daughter, always works like an absolute demon. She has the most amazing work ethic. She's gonna be fine, no matter what happens to her. She's gonna do great. Elkie, who spent a lot of time washing dishes. We've got Emma as well, who's been helping out. And thank you so much for everyone for all help. Mia's doing merch as well. So I just played you this abandoned sound check. We'll see how it goes.
Know the world before I met you was so dark, so cold. You were a little red light on me. Pick me up and push me along. And if all the angels had come down from the sky and the demons climbed out of the earth and told me that I was the one for you, I would not have believed a word. 'Cause you're not like anyone else I know. Shine like gold, and you're not like anyone else I know. Shine like gold. All my friends said I was taking a chance. My uncle told me to stay away. If I learn one thing, it's if you listen to your heart, and everything will be okay. So I'm standing beside you now, so familiar with your touch. But another loving in the world would never be too much. You're not like anyone else I know. Shine like gold. You're not like anyone else I know. Shine like gold. Oh yeah. And it'll never be too much. 'Cause you're not like anyone else I know. You shine like gold. Yeah, you're not like anyone else I know. You shine like gold. Yeah, you do.
Annalise Soja and Carlos Tano. That was so much fun. Thank you. That was amazing. Like just for me sitting here hearing that, that just made my day. Week, year, 8, 10 years, decade, possibly. I don't know. Right, we're going to finish up with you because it's been a long night and we don't want to overstay our welcome. But thank you so much for listening, for being here. This is the encore, by the way. This is the second song of the encore. I've never been into the walk-off stage and pretend you want us to come back on vibe. It just doesn't we'll play one more. And thank you so much for supporting Sounds Delicious. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for being what feels like a really beautiful night, a gathering of people, and to be here be the person playing music for you does really make me feel humbled. So thank you so much for being here, and we really appreciate the support. For those that have just come along for the first time to see what it's about, but for those that have come time after time and keep coming back to these events because they know how hard we try, they know how hard everyone tries to make these events special for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to finish with a little rock song that's on the new record. It's called What You Need. Ready? We've never actually done this all together before, but let's see what happens. What's wrong? I wish I could read your mind. If I could, that would be no fun. Wanna please you, babe, any way I can. I'm a sensitive guy, and I'm trying to understand what you need, babe. When I don't give you what you want, no, I tried. Giving you my heart, but I won't give you my soul. So tell me what you need, baby. Tell me what you need, baby. I'm working hard, I'm trying to keep up. But I wouldn't be here if all we did was fussing about me. But you know they're just the same. But you're making out like I'm a on the blame for what you need, babe. If I don't give you what you want, you know I tried. I've given you my heart, but I won't give you my soul. So tell me what you need, baby. Tell me what you need, baby. bass guitar, Adrian Red, Herbert on the drums, Matt Pizzello on sax, Marcus Atkinson on keys, Lily Green on drums and percussion. Thank you very much to Carla and to Annie and to Nathan on sound. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good night. See you next time.